Hi guys, it's Paula and I hope you are doing well. This is going to be my June empties and low buy update. We are halfway through the year, and although I don't have a lot of empties and there won't be a lot of points going to my low buy bank this month, I'm really excited about some of these products that I finished. They are some good ones, at least I think they are. I know you guys will too. So let's get into it. We'll start with my empties. I'm very excited. I have two perfume empties. One is this little sample of Replica Under the Lemon Tree. I was not impressed by the fact that this sample was only 1/3 filled with perfume, and I wasn't impressed with the scent. I'm glad I had a chance to try it out, but I have no interest in purchasing a full size of this down the road. So this is out and I'm done thinking about this product, and I'm happy. I'm happy to have a product that I don't want, because I tend to, what's worse is when I try a sample and I fall in love with it and then I obsess over it. So really happy to have a product that I don't love, but I used up. So this is out. I also finished this very, very old perfume sample from Candies. I no longer recall what the name of this perfume is, other than the fact that it just says Candies on the bottle. But this was in my deck of panning project, and again, another product that I was glad to have used. I didn't mind using it, but I don't want to purchase a full size of this bottle. I don't even know if it's still available. I'm assuming that it's been discontinued or cannot be, everything gets discontinued. So if I've had it for more than 5 years, I just assume it's been discontinued, and I've definitely had this for over 5 years, but I wouldn't want to purchase it even if I could. So I'm just so happy to have it gone. It's gone. I only have one skincare empty, which is crazy. That's usually the category I have the most of. And I don't have any like face care empties this month, which again, I usually have several skincare and several like face care empties. Nothing for face care, and only this for skincare. It's just a sample of the Soap and Glory No Woman No Dry Body Butter. It was good. I have another one of these that I'm supposed to be working on in a project, and yeah, it was good. I'm glad I had a chance to try it. I have other body butters to be getting through though. Okay, did I just get done saying I had no samples for the face? I lie. I have two little sample empties for the face. They are both two of the Dr. Dennis Gross Alpha Beta Extra Strength Daily Peel. These come in a big box of like 60 of them, and I'm trying to remind myself to use them a couple of times a month, and so I did use two, which I'm very happy about it. There's two parts. There's the active part with the stingy good ingredients that peel the skin right off your face. Not really, but they do some chemical exfoliation. And then there's this neutralizing pad that you use afterwards to kind of cool it down and deactivate whatever acids are doing their job with the first pad. So I got through two more of these. I do like this product. I received this as like a birthday gift or a Christmas gift from a family member. It was on my wish list, and I would definitely ask for it again if I get through this, because this spot right here that we all love to put highlighter on, but when you get to a certain age, you know you shouldn't, because it kind of shows off some wrinkles that you don't really want to be showing off. This is the product to deal with that. Like, my skin is so tight and so smooth after I use these peels. It's a miracle. I love it. All my other empties are makeup. I'm so excited. Okay. All right, let's start with an empty that's not going to be in my empty photo, but is an empty nonetheless. It's one of the shades from my e.l.f. 100 pan palette, which is my Pan That palette. I finished off my second eyeshadow. So this is the shade I finished. It was a kind of off-white creamy shade that I used to set my eyeshadow primer, and it's gone. So that's 1 point towards my low buy. Next, I have my Urban Decay Back Talk lipstick sample. I am so glad to have this gone. These take me forever, and as nice as it is to try these different shades out and get to use them because they were sent to me for free in the mail. I believe I received these because I was an Ulta customer or an Ulta member, and so yeah, these were just sent to me, but once they're open, it's kind of like, I gotta use them up, and then they're just sitting there and I forget about them because they're super tiny. So yes, I'm always so happy when I finish these, and I do give myself a half a point every time I finish these because they take me forever to use up, and they're just this little sample. By the way, the color Back Talk is a nice shade. I like the shade on me, but I didn't like the matte formula, and so I wouldn't consider purchasing that lipstick. However, don't worry, I have like 500 other lip products to use up first, so no worries about that. I did also finally call it quits on my Essence Mascara Primer. This is the Volume Booster Lash Primer. I really like this, and I have ordered a new one. Actually, I ordered 2 new ones because I finally spent my Ulta points that were going to expire. So I should have a huge Ulta haul coming soon, and I can show you what I got with that. But I did call it quits on this because, one, it's not doing anything anymore. I took the stopper out. It is empty. It is donezo. But also because I have a new one on the way, and I'm ready to start working on that as soon as it arrives. So I'm going a couple days without any mascara primer, but that is an empty. I also finished a face mist setting spray primer water. This is the Smashbox Fire Photo Finish Primer Water. This was a black pepper and cinnamon flavored primer water. I would not consider putting black pepper and cinnamon in a face spray, but it kind of worked. I liked it. It didn't burn. There was nothing like strong or like abrasive about it. It just had a nice scent. And I really enjoyed the spray. What I enjoyed most about this product was the mister. So I'm 100% keeping this bottle for repurposing and reusing because the mister on this is amazing. This came as part of a 2-pack. I found it at TJ Maxx around the holidays, but I do have another one of these in another earth sign. I don't know if it was water or air. I think it was air, but I do have that out in my bathroom now, and I use it every now and then, and I really enjoy these products. My next empty is a lip gloss. I could hyperventilate. Like, I can hardly stand it. I've been working on this lip gloss for like 3 years. I've not had a lip gloss and empty in so long, and I finally finished this. This was the Bite Beauty lip gloss, the French press lip gloss in Dirty Chai. It was an amazing shade. I wasn't crazy about the scented, this coffee scented formula. I wasn't crazy about that, but the shade and the formula were a beautiful, beautiful product, and I'm so sad that I cannot repurchase this, but so happy I was able to use every drop of it. Like, I scraped it. I did not take a spatula, but I scraped it with the wand as much as I could. I took out the stopper. I mean, I got every drop that I feel like I could get out of this. So I'm happy with where I'm at with this, and I cannot believe I finally finished it. I feel like I've been working on this forever. I cannot remember a time when I was not working on this. It has been years. This started out in my Past, Present, Future project. It was in there for 2 years. And then when I stopped that project this year, I knew I needed to keep working on it. And then I rolled this into some project, my June Bride project pan, and tried to finish it off there. And I couldn't quite get it done, but I got it done the following week. So this is huge. This is huge. I could talk about this for another half an hour, but I will stop. You get the idea. I finished a lip gloss. It's a big deal. Plus, I finished 2 lip products in 1 month. That Urban Decay sample plus this, oh my gosh, I'm in heaven. It's a good month. That's what I'm saying. Like, not a lot of empties, but the empties I have are so good. I have one more empty to talk about, and that is another powder from my Shade and Light Contour palette. I finally finished this shade here. I started out using both of these together in my Pan and Every palette last year, and I did kind of hit pan on them, not at the same time, but almost at the same time. And I continue to use these both as an under eye setting powder, even after it rolled out of that Pan and Every palette project. And finally, it got to the point where there was just a little edge of powder around both the pans. So I repressed them and combined them together and put them in this pan. And after that, I counted this as an empty pan then and there, but I kept working on this and I finally finished this one. So this is an empty pan as well. I cannot believe it. I loved these powders so very much. And I have started working on another powder within my stash that I want to use up. It's a loose depotted face powder that came from a palette that I no longer recall which palette it was or what the brand was, or I have no recollection. I went like on a crazy depotting spree like 6 years ago when I discovered magnetic palettes. Maybe it was 7 or 8 years ago, a long time ago. I went crazy and depotted everything I could get my hands on, and I tried to keep track of what the shades came from, what palette and what brand they came from, or what the names were, but this one got lost along the way, and I do not recall what brand it is or what palette it came from, but it's not as good as this. It doesn't have the brightening properties that this does. It sets my under eyes, it works, but this one really brightened without making my under eyes look dry, and that is a wonderful quality. I would 100% consider repurchasing these two products again down the road, but for now I'm trying to make it work with what I have, because I'm sure I have lots of products within my own stash to get through and to try and make work. So for now, this palette is going back into my office. I don't have any use for these 4 remaining products at this point. I definitely could see myself depotting this palette and putting these in my magnetic palettes down the road. Once a palette is like 1/3 of the way gone, I think it would be a good time to depot it and get rid of the packaging. But unfortunately, I don't have a magnetic palette with enough space to hold these palettes. So for now, this is just going back in my office, and I will keep this in mind for down the road when I have another chance to depot some makeup into my magnetic palettes. But that's gonna be a ways away, because I'd have to use up a lot to make enough space to depot all these. So those are all of my empties for the month. So happy. Not a lot of products, but I'm so happy about them. Let's move on to the discussion of my low buy bank and my low buy update for the month of June. Walking into the month of June, I had a deficit, of course, in my low buy bank. I had a deficit of 81 points. I just kind of melt in my chair as I say that. It was never supposed to be this way. There was never supposed to be an allowance for a deficit of points. Like, there's no credit card for points in your low buy bank. Once you use up all your points, you're done. Nothing new can come in. But because I get opportunities to review products through Octoly and Influencer and things like that, and I do occasionally go on a bender and buy 16 bottles of nail polish, I have found myself in the negative. And so I was at 81 points in the negative at the start of June. And with all the empties that I just showed you, I am going to give myself 4 points towards my low buy bank. I'm going to give myself a half a point for the lipstick and a half a point for the perfume, a full point for the eyeshadow in my e.l.f. 100 pan palette, a full point for my Shade and Light contour palette, and a full point for my Bite Beauty lip gloss. So those are the 4 points I'm giving myself for the month of June towards my low buy bank. The question is, did anything new come in? And the answer is yes. Dang it, something new came in. Just one thing. It was an impulse buy. It was another nail polish. I don't know what I'm doing here. I'm not even painting my nails. I have no business buying nail polish if I'm not painting my nails, but look at this. I had to go into a Sally Beauty Supply to buy a bun donut for my daughter's dance recital. And while I was there, I saw this finger paints nail polish reduced to $4.89. This is the shade Flash Lighting. And I just looked at it and thought, I need this on my toes all summer long. So I purchased it, even though I knew that this would hurt my low buy bank. I bought it anyways. And I will be putting this on my toes this weekend for 4th of July. So this is going on my toes ASAP, but I did purchase this and I need to account for that, which means I only get to count 2 points towards my low buy bank. So as of July 1st, my low buy bank balance is negative 79 points. I'm happy to be out of the 80s, but I still need to dig myself out of a 79 point hole just to get back to even. So hopefully I will have a lot of points for next month. I don't feel like I did this month. 4 points is not much. I usually average at least between like 5 and 7, but in January I only had 2 points, so it could be worse. I mean, it is what it is. But telling you, the system is not perfect. It is not perfect, but it has definitely prevented me from buying a lot of things that the old me would have purchased. Now, I did go ham at Ulta with an Ulta haul using all of my points. I don't shop at Ulta anymore, but I do have an Ulta credit card which earns points for the store if I buy groceries and gas and everyday things. And let's face it, gas is kind of expensive these days. So I am spending like $80 at the pump every 5 or 6 days. And so I'm racking up the Ulta points using that credit card. I do have other credit cards that I switch around with, but I do still use the Ulta credit card sometimes. So I did place a $205 order at Ulta with points so that I could use all my points up before they expired. I tried really hard to buy things that would not count against my low buy. I really did. I tried. I cannot even remember what I purchased anymore. It was very late last night. No, it was very late 2 nights ago. It was on June 30th. But anyways, I no longer recall what I purchased, but I tried to be so conscious about not buying anything that would hurt my low buy. So I will have a haul for you guys about that in a few days, showing you guys what I did purchase. And if any of them do count against my low buy bank, I will be discussing that at next month's Empties and low buy update video. So that is everything for today, you guys. Thank you so much for watching. I really do appreciate it, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.